Hey, good people, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope your guitar journey is going famously. And today I got another inspired by video lesson for you where we're going to do a very cool minor blues 12-bar rhythm progression. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to show you the chords, the progression, but then I'm going to take it a step further and show you ways that you could decorate it and show you some embellishments and some devices you could use to kind of make the progression a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun to play, and a little bit more intricate sounding. And we're going to do that with a lot of different rhythmic devices. But let's get the rhythm progression down first, and we are going to be in the key of G minor. All right. So I'm going to show you all the chords you're going to need to play this rhythm. Oh, and if you'd like a free video lesson that is not on YouTube, Killer Blues lesson, it's not on YouTube. Click in the link below in the YouTube text box and I'll send you a free blues guitar lesson. Also a free PDF blues ebook that I wrote. It's like 35 pages. It's packed with over 20 scale diagrams, chord charts, written lessons. It's killer. 35-page ebook, PDF. I will email that to you for free along with the free video guitar lesson. Just click on that link in the YouTube text box. So the first chord we're going to play is a G minor. And I'll tab everything out on the screen so you'll see everything. And you're going to play that chord for 4 bars. Now you can play a G minor or you can play G minor 7. And then you're going to go to the 4 chord, which is minor, and you could play the C minor chord. Or you can play a C minor 7. Very easy, just lift your pinky off the C minor chord. You have a C minor 7. Kind of like lift your pinky off of the G minor chord and you have a G minor 7. So if I play, and the 4 bars, first you're going to do 4 bars on the G minor. That's 2 measures or 2 bars. This is the 3rd one. Then we're going to go to the 4 chord. For 2 bars, 1 more. Back to the 1 chord or the G minor for 2 measures. Okay, now we're going to go up and we're actually going to be playing an E flat chord. E flat major for a measure. Then just drop that a half a step to D major. Or you could play that's the 5 chord. So basically it's a minor key, basically a 1, 4, 5. We're basically using G minor, C minor, and D. You can play the D7 if you want to also. So it's 7, that 5 dominant chord. Or you can just play the 5 major chord. Then it goes back to the G minor for a measure. Once it goes to the C minor, 2 measures, back to that G minor, 2 measures. Now here we're going to go to E flat, to the 5 chord D, back to the 1 chord. And something I like to do on the turnaround, or the last bar in this instance, would be to play off of that 5 chord, and what I'm playing is a D7 sharp 9 chord. And that's a nice little turnaround chord. And back to the 1 and it starts all over again. As far as rhythmically how you're going to play this, I mean it's limitless. You could do so many different things, and a lot might depend on what other instruments you're going to be playing with, right? You could just do very sparse kind of shots and just kind of concentrate on the low root notes. What I'm doing there is I'm hitting like the low E string or the low E and the A, and it's coming with an upstroke on the high 2 strings, a high E and the B. And just doing like a little kill where I'm coming off pressure. I'm hitting the chord and then just kind of loosening up. And the change. Let it ring. Or you can arpeggiate the chord, do an upstroke from the high E arpeggiate the chord, kind of mix it up. Turn around. And again, kind of like real staccato-y. And I'm just kind of loosening pressure, hitting the chord, so I get that quick blast of the chord. My thumb is over the low E string too, so I'm not playing that low E is dead in, but I can hit all the strings. And I'm not playing the high E string on this chord either. Kind of like my first string of my pinky kind of deaden it. You only hit all those middle four strings. So a lot of this is, you want to get good at that loosening pressure, hitting the chord and then coming off. Very common in blues is those shots. Another thing, if you want, you could do more of a strummy kind of pattern. There's a change. Percussive kind of. Then it repeats every 12 bars, right? Another cool thing I like doing is this. I get this really cool hammer on using my pinky, hammering on. Basically what I'm doing is I'm hammering on that G note. It sounds good because that's our root note, right? So I'm hammering basically from the 5th fret, from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. But I'm doing it with my pinky, so I'm actually forming this G minor chord, lifting off, playing like a G minor 7, and then hammering. Takes a little bit of strength, but once you get it, you can kind of just throw it in there. That's a cool little embellishment you could do, and you could do a similar embellishment on the C minor chord. You could take your 2nd finger off, right, and hammer on that 4th fret, hammering from that 3rd to the 4th fret, the D to the D sharp. Again, I'm keeping my hand down to finger the whole chord, then off and then hammer, right? Or you could even actually keep your 1st finger down and hammer the whole chord on. So I'm keeping my whole finger down, playing all the strings. It's kind of like an 11th chord. And then I hammer the whole. So I hammer 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers. Got to kind of have them in sync. It's kind of a cool effect. When it goes to the 5 chord, here's a 5 coming down. I did kind of the same thing where I'm hammering, coming down hard with my 2nd finger like on the C minor, but this time, because it's a major chord, I'm hammering the 7th fret on the D, G, and B strings. So you kind of get this effect if I throw them all together. I won't go through the whole progression, but I'll just kind of change back and forth so you can hear them. So there's all little things that you can add in. The other thing I was adding in, that kind of percussive chucking, where I'm just kind of loosening pressure on the left hand and just striking the strings. See, all I'm doing is I'm kind of squeezing, letting go, squeezing, letting go, squeezing, letting go on the chord. So the fingers stay on the strings, but you get that muted sound because you're not fretting any notes. Hear that? Well, I took you through a lot of different rhythmic things you can do with that little minor blues progression. And I hope you found this lesson inspiring and you learned a few little devices that you can use. Again, just be careful if you're playing with a lot of other people, another guitar player, keyboard player. You don't want to be stepping on someone's toes if someone else is like soloing over that. You might just want to stick to the basic rhythm. But again, season to taste, whatever sounds best to your ears. I'm David Taub, co-creator of nextlevelguitar.com. Remember, click on that link in the text box below this video. I'll send you a free video lesson and a free ebook, free blues ebook from Next Level Guitar. You really like them. Also, click on that subscribe button on my YouTube channel, Rock on Good People, and we'll inform you when we have a new lesson coming out. We put out stuff all the time, beginner, intermediate, advanced, all levels, all genres. And go to our website, www.nextlevelguitar.com. It's a full online structured curriculum for beginners, intermediates, advanced players, acoustic, electric. I mean, there's over 1,000 lessons on the site, all genres of music, and it's just absolutely packed. So check it out. There's a 3-day free pass right on the homepage. You might like it. Tune in to more of our lessons. Keep putting that guitar in your hands every day and keep on rocking. Take care.